King's College, Cambridge, enshrined in Gothic grandeur on the green banks of the Cam, embodies the noble spirit of one of the world's oldest and greatest universities. Of equally illustrious fame down the centuries is its great counterpart, Oxford, the two linked by a classic kinship, relived in traditional challenge. For once again, it's the Battle of the Blues, on this, the 150th anniversary of the Oxford and Cambridge boat race. Starting at the University Stone, near Putney Bridge, the race follows the time-honoured course to Mortlake, some 7 kilometres away. Near the start, at Putney Hard, are the boathouses of the famous London Rowing Club, one of the oldest rowing clubs in Britain, founded in 1856. The university boat race has an even longer and prouder tradition, dating from the first race between Oxford and Cambridge on the 10th of June, 1829. Already when these vintage shots of the 1930 race were filmed, this very British institution had more than a century of continuity. The race is always at the mercy of wind and weather. In 1951, conditions were so rough that a little over 2 minutes from the start, Oxford sank. The race was stopped and re-rowed, but, understandably, Oxford had rather lost heart. In 1952, it was necessary to be a devoted lover of the race to brave the blizzard that descended on the traditionally temperate Thames Valley. But those who did turn out to cheer on the gallant crews were suitably rewarded. A truly thrilling race, with Oxford winning by a canvas. Lord Snowdon was the royal visitor in 1961. 11 years earlier, as Anthony Armstrong-Jones, he had been the cox for the Cambridge 8. Drama was the keynote of the 1978 race. With violent squalls producing appalling conditions, both crews were shipping water, Cambridge at an alarming rate. With all hands rowing to the last stroke in the best boat race tradition, Cambridge sank, leaving Oxford a clear run to victory. And so to this year. Cambridge, as the challengers, are first out into the water. For the light and dark blues, a classic contest stretching back 1.5 centuries and called, quite simply, the boat race, as if there were no other.
Are you ready? Go!
The start. Oxford have selected the Surrey station and move into an immediate lead. On this part of the course, the crews move past such famous landmarks as the Mile Post, the Crab Tree, and Harrod's Wharf, names rich in association with the boat race. At Hammersmith Bridge, Oxford have a lead of 8 seconds. This year, their 8 blues are drawn from ancient and renowned colleges, such as Oriel, Corpus Christi, Keble, and St. Edmund Hall, and are producing a performance of which their predecessors would be proud. Along Chiswick Reach, past Duke's Meadows and on to Barnes Bridge, where Cambridge make a valiant effort, but Oxford hold on gamely. Surging along the grand old waterway, dividing the historic counties of Middlesex and Surrey, Oxford achieve a fine victory by 3.5 lengths. In triumph and defeat, both victors and vanquished are part of a unique and genuinely enduring tradition. the Oxford and Cambridge boat race, one of the great events of the world, brought to you by Rothmans.